Oh my God. Man. Let me read just a little bit. I don't like reading about guests on air, but this man is a legend, and I have to read a little bit about him before we start. Man, show some love, man. Show some love. He's one of the greatest legends of football in this country, man. And he has a long string of accomplishments, notably being one of the first great African players to make an impact in the European club. Come on, show some love, man. He's played in Switzerland, he's played in Germany, he's played in Italy, and famously he played in France. You remember? Yeah. He won the African Footballer of the Year 3 times, man. 1991, 1992, and 1993, man. Show some love, man. And he became one of the continent's most respected and important ambassadors, man. This man is great. Show some more love, man. He played for Ghana 73 times. Yes. And he's considered the greatest football player in this country's history, among the best in Africa, man. All right. He's also the top goal scorer for the Black Stars with a total of 33 goals. Yes, show some love, man. Oh, man. And it goes on and on and on and on. I think it's somewhere in the 90s he won the BBC African Player of the Year. And 20 years later, his son also won the award, man. Show some love, man. We'll be talking more about this man, but in the meantime, put your hands together and show some love for the great maestro, Abedi Pele! Chief, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you for inviting me.
It's good to have you here.
It's wonderful. I've seen wonderful cheers. Nothing more than wonderful time here.
Fantastic. Show some love, man. And by the way, I am proud to say he's my gym partner, man. We both exercise our papers. Even though my stomach is still coming, it will go back. Show some love, man. But I don't even know where to start with you, man. Tell us a little bit about your childhood, where you were born, growing up in the early days.
Well, I was born in a small village between Christian village and Domi, which is called Oko. A very small with about 18 houses.
Wow.
Yeah, which is now closer to Parakou Estates. So because Oko wasn't so popular, we were saying that I come from Domi. Yes, because Domi was then...
Domi was the one that's known.
Bigger, yes, bigger. So, but I was born in that particular small village, and I was attending primary school at Domi. Yeah, Domi Anglican Primary School. And through that, people saw that I had some talent in the football arena.
That talent was spotted as early as your primary school?
Yes, as early as primary school. So some few families who were having a rice factory in the village saw me, and then they said, oh, this boy has a talent. Let's take him to the city. That time, Domi, St. John's, it was all a village and bushes and all those stuff. So they took me to the village to join Great Falcons, which was a coast team between 10, 12, and 14. So they took me there, and then I excelled in 77, 78. I won something we call a Champon Cup. That Achampon was the president. So we won. He had a tournament which I was voted the best player. And then
was that your first award?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Okay. That was my first award. And then after that, the sky was the limit. Just moving to Tamale, secondary school in Tamale, and then you know, the rest is history.
Show some love, man. So you played Colts and you won the first. You won. Was it an award for you, a trophy for you, or for the team?
No, it was for we won. The team won the league.
Okay.
And I was voted the best player in the league. So I was very fortunate to have a free ticket to go and watch the 78 African Cup of Nations in Ghana. because I was the best coach player.
So that was one of the prizes.
The prizes. So they gave me an opportunity to assist all the matches, and that was where I saw Abdul Razak, the Mohamed Polo, and then the Willie Cruches, and all the great names that you can mention today. I had the opportunity, and I learned so much from them, and I wanted to be like them.
So you always had a passion for football?
Well, if I say passion, I love the game. I love the game, but at that time I didn't know that you could make money from football. I think it was just a hobby, and then we play around and with friends and then enjoyed it. And suddenly, you know, when I had the opportunity to play in the Black Stars, and you know, I went to Libya in '82. What happened was I saw Roger Miller, who was playing for the Cameroonian team, and then some few Abega, some few great players, and asked, why are these people different from the others? And they said, oh, they were all professionals. I said, what is professional? I was so young, I was just 17.
Wow.
So I asked, what is professional? They said, oh, these people play in the European leagues, big leagues in the world. I said, oh. So I also then made it a target that, look, I have to be better. I have to be better than these guys. And, you know, that really inspired me and motivated me to really get to where I've got.
How did you get into the Black Stars? Where were you before you got into the Black Stars?
It is a very passionate story. There is I started playing for Tamale Ray United when in I think 1980. And we were playing inter-schools as well, inter-colleges. So inter-colleges, I was chosen to be part of the Northern Regional team to play a tournament in, I think, Ho. And that tournament, we, Northern Region, won the tournament. And I was also voted the best player. After that particular tournament, if I can remember, I was called to the Ghana Academicals, which was like the schools, but the inter-colleges, but the national team.
Yeah.
So after I went to that camp, we were camping in Medina. I remember in Medina. So I went to the camp, stayed in the camp for 2 weeks. And then one day I was in the dormitory, and then they called me that there is Osam Dodu and then the other prominent people in the football fraternity looking for me.
What was going through your mind? What were you thinking?
I know those names, Osam Dodu, so I presumed that maybe they were taking me to the national team. But I was also feeling that I was too young for that level of football at that moment.
How old were you then?
I was maybe 16 and a half. Wow. Yes. So immediately they called me. The staff of Academicals called me. I went to see them, and then they said, look, they want you in the national team, so they are here with a car to pick you to Abri Gardens. That is where the Black Stars were camping. So I joined them.
How did you feel, man? When they
very excited.
You were very excited.
Very excited, and you know, I mean, there is no words to really explain how excited I was, and I also believe that it has been one of my targets to be in the national team, but not so soon. And getting there, meeting Razak, the Kofi Bedus, all the big names that I hear. When we got to Congo, that was really an interesting part. Our captain was Adolf Ama. I was staying in a room with Adolf. He was like the top, and I was the little boy, and he likes me very much. We went to have lunch a couple of hours before the game, and then I started as usual, a small boy from the village, being hungry, seeing all this salad and all these things. I was just jumping on them, and he told me, no, put a stop to it. I said, look, I'm going to be on the bench, or maybe I wouldn't even be on the bench, so let me eat. You people can go on your diet, but let me just
I want to eat.
And then he said, no, you never know. Keep a stop to it. So, you know, I also just calmed down a little bit. And he said, you never know. We haven't mentioned the team yet. The coach is not yet out with the list, so please take your time. And that is a senior advice. Yes, so we got the time for us to get to the field. He mentioned the team, and I was still on the bench. And we went to the game, which there was a big fight between our players and then the fans. We wanted to get into the dress room. They didn't want us to get into the dress room. That was my first time to see that atmosphere.